What happens when a movie built to launch a new action star collapses under the weight of its own chaos? It had bikes, bullets, bar fights, and a football star trying to conquer Hollywood. But by the time it hit theaters, something was off. So what happened? Let's find out. This is the failure of Stone Cold. Stone Cold started life as a very different script called The Brotherhood. It was originally conceived as a serious crime thriller about an FBI agent infiltrating a violent biker gang modeled after the Hells Angels. The film never made it into production, the script ran into problems, and the tone didn't quite land. During the rewrite phase, the project took a sharp turn. The title was changed to Heart of Stone, and the story was reshaped into something more character-driven. After Bosworth's NFL career came to a premature end due to injuries, his agent Gary Wichard was eager to turn him into an action star. Wichard believed there was an opening for a younger, flashier hero to compete with the action stars dominating the genre. He saw Bosworth with his cocky, rebellious persona as someone who could step into that space. He had passed on supporting roles in films like Lock Up and Tango and Cash, holding out for a lead role. Wichard acquired the Brotherhood script and hired screenwriter Walter Doniger to Bosify the material. Doniger was told to read Bosworth's autobiography and rewrite the lead character. The new title was Stone Cold. Now it was a violent story about an undercover cop deep inside a brotherhood built on chaos. The producers brought in a seasoned supporting cast. Lance Henriksen was brought in to play Chains Cooper, the leader of the biker gang. William Forsythe signed on as Ice Hensley, Chains' violent second-in-command. Sam McMurray played FBI agent Lance, and Arabella Holzbog played Nancy, Chains' girlfriend.
They say I push things just a little too far. They accuse me of being insensitive.
Stone Cold was released in theaters on May 17, 1991, and it failed miserably. The movie only earned $9 million in total, far short of its reported $25 million budget. Critics weren't kind either. They panned the film for its shallow plot and excessive violence. That said, the audience response wasn't entirely negative. Moviegoers who did show up enjoyed it, suggesting the film had some crowd appeal despite the reviews. But what audiences saw in 1991 came after weeks of rewrites, reshoots, and behind-the-scenes chaos. The original director of Stone Cold was Bruce Malmuth, best known at the time for Hard to Kill. He shot about 13 days worth of footage before being removed from the project. According to Brian Bosworth, Malmuth was fired over personal issues he couldn't control, possibly substance related, though no official reason was given. Malmuth's version of the film was slower and more character driven. The script still followed Joe Huff's undercover journey, but the tone leaned more into emotional trauma. Several scenes were shot of Huff at home, reflecting on his past and breaking down emotionally, including one where he cried. The opening of the film was reworked. Originally, it would have started with Huff's father being killed by the biker gang, setting the stage for a personal revenge arc. The original ending was also scrapped. Huff was meant to face Chains in a more grounded confrontation, likely connected to his father's death. Instead, the final twist came from actor Sam McMurray. He pitched the scene on set and the team rolled with it. McMurray even added a finishing touch. In the closing shot, his character wears an earring, a subtle sign that Stone's attitude might have rubbed off. He had it pierced for real at a mall in Little Rock the day before they filmed. Although the original ending was never filmed, the rest of Malmuth's material was discarded after he was let go. The estimated cost of the scrapped footage was around $4 million. Some reports suggested it was unusable due to technical issues like out of focus or poorly lit scenes, though others say it was simply no longer relevant after the story shifted. To get the film back on track, the producers hired Craig R. Baxley, a veteran stunt coordinator and director best known for Action Jackson. His father, Paul Baxley, came on as stunt coordinator. With Craig in charge, the movie was restructured from the ground up. The new focus wasn't character or backstory, it was stunts, explosions, and non-stop action. The budget ballooned. What started at around $10 million reportedly climbed as high as $25 million. To cover costs, the Stone Group redirected funds from Van Damme's Double Impact that was shooting at the same time. According to Van Damme, a producer came on set about 5 weeks into filming and told him money was being pulled for another movie he was working on, Stone Cold. Van Damme later said,
"A big film. It was a papaya like that. I don't know why. I took the papaya and I just threw at him. Thank God he ducked. The full wall was like splash out and just..."
Filming moved across multiple states, including Alabama and California. The final action sequence involving a motorcycle being launched into a helicopter was shot in Little Rock, Arkansas. The explosive finale caused controversy in the local press, though the production spent over $2 million locally. The production wasn't short on real injuries either. During the bar scene, Lance Henriksen accidentally struck Bosworth in the back of the head with a prop gun hard enough that he nearly knocked him out. In another moment, the effects from a major explosion were so strong, every window in a neighboring house shattered and the porch fell apart. Bosworth and his stunt partner choreographed the pit fight in a hotel room, then shot it using only handheld cameras. On the final take, Bosworth's punch landed for real, leaving his partner with a hematoma that sent him to the hospital. He also insisted on riding his own custom Harley Davidson, even though it wasn't built for stunts. Lance Henriksen borrowed Mickey Rourke's motorcycle for the shoot. After production wrapped, Rourke wisely sent the studio a bill. About half the extras in the film were actual bikers from Mobile and Biloxi, brought in to add authenticity. The crew even threw a party for them when the film wrapped, which got so wild they had to take away the whiskey before things got out of hand. William Forsythe, who played Ice, was also working on Out for Justice at the time. He alternated weeks between the two sets, which limited how much screen time he had in Stone Cold. He stayed in character between takes. According to the crew, he wore the same outfit every day of the shoot, never washed it, and didn't brush his teeth, all to stay in the mindset of the violent, unhinged Ice. Some cast members said he stunk and may have taken things too far.
You just picked up the wrong passenger, buddy!
He's an undercover cop doing a good job with a bad attitude.
Stone Cold first appeared on VHS in the early 1990s via Columbia TriStar Home Video. It built a modest rental market following, but didn't see a US DVD release until 2011. The film finally received a proper Blu-ray edition in May 2023, courtesy of Kino Lorber. This restoration added interviews with Bosworth, Henriksen, and McMurray and an audio commentary track, but didn't include any deleted scenes or alternate cuts. Over the years, Bosworth confirmed there were serious attempts to make Stone Cold 2. But the rights were split between too many producers, with no one willing to consolidate them. As he put it, nobody wants to sell their part, making a sequel virtually impossible, at least for now.
I'm being insensitive. They basically say that I lack the ability to get along with others.
So, what went wrong with Stone Cold? The lead was green, the story didn't pull people in, and the production turned into a scramble. It wasn't a terrible movie, just a movie that never had a chance to get it right. And sometimes, that's all it takes. Next, we look at a film that struggled to get made, but somehow the pieces finally clicked. It started as a futuristic cop thriller stuck in development hell, and for a while, it looked like it would never happen. That story is the history of Face Off. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.